Hey guys, it's Jennifer with Mixed Makery. So I got some requests to do a video on piping letters, and I love getting your requests. My contact information is below, so you can send me a DM, email, or whatever, and let me know what you want to see. So piping letters. When I started decorating cookies, I used to cringe when I had to write happy birthday or so and so is two. It was just like the most intimidating thing. My advice would be to invest in a projector. I got one when I had a cookie business. It was one of the first things I invested in, and it's a game changer. You can project fonts, characters, things that you may tend to want to eye, like a line or circle, whatever. Also, consistency is a major thing when you're doing lettering. You don't want it to flood. You don't want it to look all peaky. I don't know, is peaky a word? Peak. You don't want it to have peaks in it. So make sure that your consistency is on point. So before we get started, if it's your first, second, or third time here, go ahead on and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell, because when you hit it, you'll be the first person to know when I post a video. So let's get started. When piping letters for the first time, I recommend using tips. I will be using PME tips number 1 and 1.5. 1.5 is my go-to for writing. Then when you get comfortable, you can use Tipless bags. I'm using some thawed out icing that was previously frozen, and I'm just stirring it up, adding confectionery sugar and if needed water until I get to the right consistency. I think this is the consistency I want, so I'm going to put a little in a bag to test it out. I like to test out the icing before I use it on a cookie to avoid having to scrape it off if it's just not right. I wanted to hold its shape a little better, so I'm adding more sugar. This looks perfect. The icing is folding down slow, so this will work. Next, I need a flood icing and a thicker icing. And since it's Valentine's Day, y'all, we are mixing up some pink and red colors. First, I'm making the flood icing, and now I am adding some confectionery sugar to thicken it up until the icing falls over slowly. I'm putting my coupler and tip number 1.5 on my icing bag. And y'all, I'm all about reducing dishes, so I usually decorate with tipless bags, but sometimes you just have to pull out the tips. So earlier I mentioned I'll be using a projector. This is my setup. My projector is connected to my computer with an HDMI wire and a wire to charge it. I know y'all see my coworker in the back. She's working on her arts and crafts until these cookies are done. Using my thicker icing, I'm just taking my time piping these letters and using my scribe to place down any peaks so everything can look smooth. I'm using the same icing for this cookie as well. So now let's do a font that will look nice and fluffy. I'm using the thick icing to outline this font, then I will fill it in with the flood icing. Now for a pretty cursive font, I'm using my tip number 1 to outline, and then I will flood. And tip number 1s will come out the tip trying to curl if you don't lay that icing down on the cookie. It's a little frustrating, so I don't really like to use tip number 1s, but I use them when I have to. They're just a struggle for me sometimes. For my last cookie, I am demonstrating how I use a tipless bag. It's so simple. So, what do you guys prefer, using tips or going tipless? Comment down below and let me know. Thanks for watching. Keep those requests coming in and don't forget to like this video and subscribe.